What's the haps? I'm Meroka, and today I'm going to be taking a quick look at Time Rifters by Proton Studio. This is a first-person shooter with some kind of, I hesitate to call it time manipulation mechanics because you don't really have too much control over it, but there is a element of time, as the name obviously implies. It's kind of it's a single-player cooperative thing, and it's one of those games where all the interface is done within the world itself, and I've given games some crap for that in the past. I don't like these normally, but I don't know, it's just something about the execution of this kind of works. So you kind of got this heads-up display around me, including the FPS counter in the corner, which is kind of a nice touch. You can look around, you can see bits on the interface, and if you walk up to, say, the options menu, that'll open up and it'll appear in the world in front of us, and we can use the crosshair to click on things. I don't know, it seems kind of fiddly, but at the same time, I don't know, it's really nice and it kind of works. So, graphics options, we have resolution, you can change the resolution, you can have full screen and VSync. On the quality, we have, we can change the water quality, we can turn anti-aliasing up to 8 times, but no higher. Kind of seems strange to limit it there, but there you go. Field of view, there is a slider for field of view, so that's cool. Image effects, I'm not rightly sure what that does. It's not well defined. If we click through it, you can see them. Off looks like that. If you put low on, it adds a bit of a glow to all the interface and things. And then high, I'm not rightly sure what that does. It kind of adds. Mostly it looks like it adds a bit of a blue filter to everything. I think it's possibly some form of ambient occlusion, but again, the game never explicitly tells you what that image effect is. It would be nice to have that a little bit better defined than image effect, because it's not particularly clear. So those are your graphics options. Sound, we can adjust the game volume and we can turn the music on, which I've turned off for some arbitrary reason. Let's have some music. And indeed, well, it hasn't this time, but oh, there it is. Yes, parts of the interface, it will pop up with what you're listening to. It actually has the now playing thing pops up in your interface, which again, nice touch. I like that. It's kind of cool. So we can change the control scheme and gamepad control scheme if you so desire. Obviously, a first-person shooter. I'm playing a Sonic with a keyboard and mouse as it was intended. So let's hop in and see what actually is available. This is obviously a similar kind of interface. We've got 3 major episodes, each consisting of 5 arenas. And we can play. You can click on the play button in the corner to play through all 5 arenas in one shot. And then move on to the next episode and so on, play through that in that order. We've also got a few other ways to tackle it. So once you complete it first time, you can go play back any of the original arenas sort of on their own, and sort of, it's kind of more of a sandboxy thing, just it's experiment mode is what it is. You can go back and do that however you like. And then there's also these, which is almost seems more aimed at like your YouTube and Twitch audience perhaps, because you can record a replay for your friends and fans. From what I can make out, they've done their developer commentary through this, so I guess you get to record audio with that as well. So you get to do a playthrough, record audio, and then it gets saved in the Let's Replay. So if you click on that, it'll show a bunch of things people have recorded, and you can go back and play through with people, which is kind of neat. So yeah, there's your DevCom basically. So if you want to go through the first bunch of arenas with the developers playing alongside you and giving a bit of commentary and talking about how they've designed the world, you can do that through their Let's Replay system. And then there's a bunch of other people who I have no idea who these are, but presumably I imagine a few of these are probably like streamers and things. They seem like they could well be. But there you go. So if we go back through there, we're going to tackle the first set of arenas. I've done the first 2 episodes, as you can see. You can see the completion on those, whereas obviously I haven't tackled episode 3 yet. But we're going to go to episode 1, because it's simplest, it'll probably explain the mechanics the best, so we'll head on into there. So what it is I am the blue dude, and I have 3 clones of myself. The clones will come into play once I finish this run. I can walk up to these weapons. We can pick one of 6 weapons. We've got a pistol, a scatter pistol, a flak cannon, a plasma beam, particle ball, a rocket launcher, and a spread rifle. So they've all got different properties and used for basically different tools. This one I think I'm going to start out with the laser beam. There are a bunch of upgrades, but they can only be bought once you have some money, and you're only going to get the money once you've actually started the level. So I'm going to head on in and get some money so we can start the level. There's nothing really that is a threat to you. There's nothing really trying to kill you in the standard first-person shooter sense. But all these red lines are going to appear on the map, and mostly cubes are going to come out of them. There are a few other enemies that are not cubes, but by and large, most of the enemies in this world are these little red cubes. And you're going to get a long stream of them all over the place, and you've got to try and bust as many as possible. These ones are kind of shielded, they're a little bit tougher. So I'll just go after, while I've got a weak gun, I'll go after the ones that are easy to kill. They're probably going to be easier. And there's a big sign on the wall that says, this is how many is remaining. And unless you're obnoxiously good at this, or playing in like sandbox mode, the experiment mode, chances are you're not going to get to destroy all the things in one run. Even if you're... This laser's actually pretty decent at taking out like one path. You got like the little red path tells you where things are going to go before they go. So you got a bit of a heads up as to what to expect. And I've done this level before, so I know entirely what to expect, but coming in first time blind, it can be a little bit disorienting when you're trying to figure out exactly what's going down in level and how to tackle it. So there we go, most of these are going to get out. Yeah, 43 of those escaped the arena. I did not kill them. That was not a particularly great run. However, he's going to go, and I'm going to go alongside him. I'm going to cooperate with myself. Hello, Meroka. I'm Meroka. Good to meet you. So I can pick an entirely different weapon, I can use the money I just earned, which shows up on my interface here, and I can take something like, I don't know, say a rocket launcher, and we can buy a bunch of upgrades for it. So we can add some more rockets to it, we can add some acid to the rockets, that's about all I get for the moment. So we're going to have to go with those. So we head on in. This is the one bit I'm always a bit unsure about, is like, do I need to wait for my clone? I'm not rightly sure if I do. If I rush on in, does it wait for them? Let's find out. Oh, he catches up. Okay. Glad to have tested that out. So, dude with the laser, I think he got all of those. Earlier me managed this bit just fine, so I don't really need to assist him too much. So, I can focus more on dealing with stuff like these guys. I know I got most of these as well with my last version, but I didn't get the big tough ones. So, that is something, that's a job for a rocket launcher perhaps. It seems likely. So then we've got some more over here I can probably focus on. Let's try and take out some of these. So I'm going to cooperate with myself, which is kind of a neat mechanic. I like this. I've got... The rockets are extremely powerful, actually. I don't think I got it. I did not get it. So next time around, I'm going to have to work a little bit harder to get rid of those that I didn't already get. So you basically got 4 chances with 4 different weapons. You can tool yourself up as best you feel, however you feel is best for the job. Different enemies, different combinations, formations of enemies will require different tools for the job. 21 escaped this time. That shows up on your UI as well. So I got 2 more attempts to get to the remaining 21 that I didn't already get. So I'm going to go with... Let's go with the particle ball, because that's kind of an interesting one. It's a short range thing. It kind of creates a ball a short distance in front of you. I'm not really experimenting with these too much. I can give it more range, give it burst... Yeah, the one-off things... yeah, there we go. The one-off upgrades tend to be kind of the more interesting upgrades, and then some are just like, that's a bit wider, a bit more damage. They're just fairly standard basic upgrades. With each weapon, there's a couple of interesting upgrades, and then a bunch of ones that are just flat statistical upgrades, basically. So, always more fun to take the more fun ones first. So again, let's let these guys do their thing. The orb's just gonna damage anything that flies in front of it. I didn't get much of this wave, so it would be worth my while taking care of this lot. It's gonna do heavy damage, but only at a very short range, so I gotta wait for things to actually, you know, actually hit that orb. Given the orb is just kind of a circle on the screen, it's kind of... Depth perception not great. This game does have Oculus Rift support, so potentially it might be more interesting to play with an Oculus Rift. I don't know if how much difference that makes to the thing, but I am not in possession of such a device, so can't really help you out on that score. So this one, yeah, this kind of makes these waves a little bit easy. But later, this is obviously the first level, it's just kind of easing you in. It's a reasonably easy 100%. What have I missed? That one. 2? There's a couple escaped from, I'm pretty sure that's that path. We've got 2 more to get. Can we do it? We probably can, actually. Yes, I suspect so. So, clone number 4. Hello, clone number 4. Meet clones 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go with a flat cannon. Flat cannon's kind of okay. Acid's fun, reflect's fun, and then we've got some speed, accuracy, and projectile upgrades. I'll take the projectiles, because projectiles are fun. Projectiles are always fun. Let's head on in. Let's get things rolling. So these guys should do most of the work for me. There should be very little left to actually kill. I can probably chill out a bit. I could mess around. I can climb the walls. We do have a double jump, so you can get around the levels fairly well if you want to do so. And you got all the ledges. Something there for a parkour challenge if people are up for that. I mean, I know you can escape the lobby. I've tried that. You can totally do that. That is a thing you can manage, which is probably not intended, I will suspect. But I'd be interested to see if you can get out of that level. I bet you can. I bet you can. I don't know whether they put like a kill zone at the top to actually stop you getting out. I'll have to test it and find out. That's something for someone to do. Escape the levels. That's normally my job, but not today. Today I will show you this game. I will say I am loving the aesthetic of this game, though. There we go, 100%. No trouble. This game's got a very clean look to it. They're all lots of bold, bright colours and clean textures and things. I suppose the job now is to run around the level and claim any money I haven't claimed. I don't think there's much left. Nope. Next level. It reminds me a lot, visually speaking, of stuff like Mirror's Edge is obviously the first one that springs to mind. Some of that and some of that. Yeah, Mirror's Edge is the first one that springs to mind. Also, Drunken Robot Pornography, and not so long ago I played In Momentum as well. I also had that a great look that was not dissimilar to that. So this level we get attacked by a giant spider who's going to stomp his way around the level and make his way out. In spite of it being a giant spider, it's still not actually going to attack me or anything. It's just a formation of cubes. We need to destroy all the cubes, same as the last level. I should probably just focus on taking out bits of it. Let's try and take out some legs. So I'm not going to do too well on the first pass, but I can get some money out of it. Take out some chunks, get some money, and then one can... I suppose there's almost an element of tactics to how you want to spend your money and earn your money as well. If you kill everything on the first pass, you've got loads of money to upgrade your second weapon, but maybe not so much later. And if you save all your money till the end of the level, you can upgrade your first weapon a lot better on the next arena. So there's an element of strategy to that. See, there's all this gold money hanging in the air here. I've got 3,000 to spend, so I can put some good upgrades on the rocket launcher. Which is good, because it's my favourite weapon! So I don't have To the Moon yet, which fires extra rockets upwards. Let's just buy some more rockets, because more rockets is always good. So now my rocket launcher is that, which is awesome. This is good for cleaning out big packs of cubes, like the ones that are about to come stomping through here. So that'll take out much of the center of the spider pretty well, actually. I'm not sure how much use the vertical rockets are, but I'm sure they have their place, no doubt. We've got most of this. It's pretty... See, the rockets are ridiculous. They are really pretty OP. There's not much of this thing left. There we go. Did any of them escape? Not a one. That spider is dead. Cool. That's fine. I think you get a bonus for finishing early if you manage to do it in like 1, 2, or 3 passes instead of using the full 4. I think there is an extra bonus. I'm not quite sure how much of a bonus, but it does give you kudos. It does say, hey, you did it early. Congratulations on doing it early. Don't think that one escaped. I think one escaped there. 1, 2, 1. Really? 1 escaped. Ha! I missed one. So we're gonna have to do that with my particle ball. Was it? It is the particle ball thing, yes. So I've got all the interesting upgrades. Suppose we can make it wider, add more damage, a little bit wider again. There we go. So I suppose I don't need to focus too much on the first spider this time. We can wander around, have a look at the ambience. This one reminds me of like an Aperture test lab, actually, more than anything else. You got all the overgrown walls and the white panels. It does feel like something out of Aperture Science. It's, the levels vary in design a bit. I mean, they've all kind of underlying. They've all got this very clean thing, but then you've kind of got this weird cave ruin kind of thing over the top of it all. It's kind of strange. I suppose I can farm some money while I'm here. So I need to figure out which orb, which cube even I didn't destroy last time and destroy it this time. I suppose if I just go through them all, I can figure that out fairly easy. It's quite a powerful weapon, even if it's got a short range. Did we get that? No, it still says 1 escaped. What did I miss? No, really? Can't believe I would miss everything again. Oh well. Might as well grab some money for the last upgrade. It's a cool concept, this. It's not necessarily the most original. It's kind of been done rather a little by... games like Super Time Force already had this sort of playback with clones of yourself to tackle the level with yourself cooperatively. That's kind of been done as well, but I don't know, it's not been done in a first-person shooter setting, and the execution of this is still excellent. I'm still enjoying this immensely, even if it's no, they're not the first to do it. Again, Team Indie that I looked at recently kind of had an element of that as well. It was a different format. It was an entirely different beast, really, but it still had that same work with yourself kind of that attitude. Let's figure out which cube I missed and try and take care of it pretty quick fast. I guess it's... Oh, it's this one. Let's see if we can't... Did we get it? I think we got it. Excellent. Fireworks gone off. So I got 100%. Woo! Go fireworks. And that does give you leeway at the end. Lots of time to go collect all the money you missed. There is, like I said, there is a sprint which lets you do an extra double high jump as well. You got, I don't know if that's higher than the double jump. You got standard jump, double jump, or if you hold down shift and jump, you get like an extra high jump, which feels like it's about the same height, to be honest. Honestly, I haven't really found myself needing the maneuverability too much in levels. It's nice to have it, but I've never found myself going, oh no, I need to get to location X super fast. I must sprint over there and jump to get to places. A lot of the arenas are reasonably flat, and you can just sort of deal with it on the floor. There's the next arena. Let's have a look at the next one. There's a little bit of a preview in this picture in the corner, so if you've seen the arenas before, it'll kind of give you a bit of a heads up as to what's going down. If you haven't seen it before, it'll give you a bit of a heads up as to what's to come. So, add some extra width and damage, and a bit more width to my beam. Cannot deny my girth, as it were. So this one's kind of interesting, because you have to activate the enemies, so I need to go through and shoot all of these off the wall. Then there's these, they have got a ridiculous amount of health, so actually I think my first life would be better served actually trying to take care of the ones that are spawned, and then if I go through with a rocket launcher I can open the door. I'm thinking strategically here. There is very much an element of strategy as what's the best way to deal with all of these rooms. Admittedly, you probably won't figure them out on the first pass. It's probably something that will come once you've done it a couple times. You're like, okay. As I say, with that door, I know that door's there. I know that door's got a lot of health. And I know a rocket launcher is probably the best way to deal with that door. The laser's going to take ages to get through the door, and a more powerful weapon would be the best way to open it. There we go. With my first pass, I've actually managed to clear this room completely. So I can fire my laser here, but chances are, next time around... This door won't even be here. This door will already be open because I'll have opened it with a rocket launcher. So time travel, yo. I gotta do this, and then there's a similar room on the other side. So there we go. I didn't even have time to get through the door there with this weapon. But with the next pass, there we go. I've got upgrades to my rocket launcher. Let's add some more speed to my rockets. Head on in. I know these 3 valves are going to be taken care of by Blue Dude with the laser, so I don't need to worry about that. Let's get some rockets over here. I can run almost as fast as my rockets. That's ridiculous. There we go. Doors open. Easy. Let's get that open. Let's get this open. Let's get all these valves off the wall. Get all the enemies out. See if we can take care of them with the rockets. I may be able to. I might not be able to. I feel like this should be doable, but that I might not do it. You know. The white ones are tougher. They have more health than the red ones, if you hadn't already picked up on that. So they're a little bit more of a challenge. Usually the fifth level of each arena, the 5th arena of each chapter level, whatever, does also have gold ones. The gold ones they only throw 1 or 2 of them at you in a level, but they have even more health than the yellow ones. The yellow ones have even more health than the white ones. So even more challenging, but it is the final section of each level, so perhaps to be expected. So now there's just a few of these white ones left to actually take care of on this next pass, so I can probably do it early. So again, let's take some more damage. It tells you the DPS at the top as well, so damage per second, 42.5. Not that I'm particularly aware of how much health each of the cubes actually has, so it's a fairly arbitrary reference point when you're not actually immediately obvious quite what it means. So let's get this valve open, let's take care of this lot. I know Rocket Launcher Dude's going to take care of most of the other side, so let's just clear this up. I will get some help from the Rocket Launcher Dude if I take too long over this, but I shouldn't have too much trouble, I don't think, here. No, I've beaten that side to completing this side, so let's go give him a hand. I know he's going to complete it before the timer's out, but you can speed things up. It just means that half of his run is going to be spent sort of staring at the sky, shooting rockets at nothing, I guess. One left. Bam! Yay. Finished early, *1. Okay, yeah, they do give you a bunch of money extra as well for doing that. But there you go. So I'm probably going to... I wonder, can I leave early? Yeah, let's head back out. Because I think you're getting the hang of it there. That's a good look at first 3 arenas of the game. The others are, well, more of the same. You can see how this works. So you've got 4 versions of yourself, 6 weapons to pick from, and a bunch of upgrades, and you need to work with yourself to defeat all the things. I do think this is a rather cool concept. Music's pretty cool as well. It's not necessarily the sort of thing I would normally listen to, but it fits the game, it fits the ambience, the aesthetic very well. It works with the theme. This kind of this bright, vibrant, futuristic city-looking thing. So it's all very cool. I'm liking this game a lot, I do think it's pretty good. This is available on Steam right now, it's available for Windows and Mac, and as I say, also has Oculus Rift support, so if you are in possession of such a device, you can play it on that as well. It's available for £6.99, or your regional equivalent, and I think there's a 10% first week discount, so if you act fast, you can grab that as well. So this game came out 2 days ago, so at time of recording there should be about 5 days left on that offer if you want to pick that up a little bit early. I do think it's a cool game. I think it's well worth checking out. So as I say, maybe not as much content as there could be. Obviously, I played through, that was, in 20 minutes there, that was fully 20% of the game. There are only 15 arenas to play through, and I just played through 3 of them. It took me 20 minutes, so there's, honestly, given that each arena is on a time limit as well, it's going to play out in exactly the same length of time as well, so there's maybe, probably, if all you're going to do is play through each arena once and then never play the game again, there might be less than 2 hours worth of content in here. But I feel like there's replayability. You can go back and you just can strive for a higher score. See, my first run through here, I've got 99.93%. I think I missed like 1 somewhere. If you want 100%, you got to go through and get every cube everywhere. So there's a bit of a replayability in that as well. Plus, then you've also got the fun of playing with Let's Players or friends or developers or whatever as well. So that's kind of a cool extra touch as well. That's kind of a neat feature. I kind of like that. I think there's a lot to like about this game. It's a very cool concept. So this has been Time Rifters. I've been Meroka. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, there was one other thing before I go, and I want to get out of this lobby. I told you could do it. And you know what I'm like for climbing on things. I love climbing on things. Whee! I'm out of the world. Yeah, there we go. And it spawns you at the top of this tower, basically. And there's a big rainbow bridge. And yep, I broke your game, guys. Game's broken. See, these are the buildings you can see in the background. That's the wall I was just climbing up. Yeah, I broke it. Whoops. Sorry, guys. It's kind of easy to do. Maybe you should kind of put like an invisible wall there or something. Thought occurs? I don't know. Just a thought. Also, other thing, as you just saw, my body doesn't turn around when I turn around. I'm basically an owl. I should have pointed that one out earlier. I am an owl. Woo! Owl head. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm done now. Thanks. Bye.